Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fairview Podcast. Today is just a silly little episode for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. I mean, we're planning on this thing releasing Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on Thanksgiving, we are not at church.
No, we're not. Probably eating
lots of food.
Yeah.
But this is just a fun little Thanksgiving podcast special episode. But I did have a special treat for us while we did this podcast.
Well, that's exciting. Hey, to start with, just a reminder, if you're new with us, my name's Pastor Devin, and this is Pastor Jon.
I'm Pastor Jon, and this is my very fashionable lunch pail that I found in the staff kitchen.
I have no idea what's about to happen.
Well, I have no idea whose it is. So, but I decided that we should have some Thanksgiving fixings, or at least recommendations for Thanksgiving.
That works.
So first off, which is the huge turkey-flavored stuffing mix.
Turkey-flavored, by the way.
Stuffing mix,
yep,
right
that's
there.
good.
Then we've got, always a classic Thanksgiving. Some top ramen.
I guess when in a pinch.
I have no idea what flavor, though. It doesn't say, so...
It's the red flavor.
Yeah, the beef flavor is my favorite.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Who can not celebrate Thanksgiving without some chocolate syrup? So...
I mean, you round things out with dessert. That's fine with me.
Oh, I got dessert. Don't worry
Oh,
about
you do? Okay, that's just...
But only after we have our protein.
Okay.
You know, you've got to have some sort of protein on Thanksgiving. So nice can of Spam.
Spam. I mean...
So Spam. We gotta get some Spam in there.
Very big in Hawaii, you know.
And then, I got two more things in here. I could not afford pie.
Okay.
But I afforded the next best thing. Sugar-free applesauce.
It's great.
And last but not least, two Reese cups, kind of creamy butter, peanut butter cup Feastables.
Okay.
So, not sponsored by Mr. Beast by any
I guess
imagination.
Not. Well, there we go. We have our Thanksgiving smorgasbord.
There you go. There's our Thanksgiving smorgasbord.
That's exciting.
At any time when we're filming this, if you get hungry, all this is at your disposal.
Great to know. Thanks for bringing that, buddy. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. But seriously, though, it's Thanksgiving. It's going to be super fun. I hope those that are listening are either driving to family or celebrating time with family for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
So happy Thanksgiving if we haven't said it yet.
Happy Thanksgiving.
But yeah, let me start off with some stats.
Okay.
And then we can go to some other questions.
Some stats. Thanksgiving stats. Buckle up, everybody.
It's going to be riveting. By the way, I fully expect you to listen to this and for us to have better viewing than the Macy's Day Parade. So,
Sure.
So, first of all, did you know that 45 to 50 million turkeys are eaten each Thanksgiving?
That sounds about right.
Poor turkeys.
Well, you know, they serve a purpose.
That is a lot of turkeys. And the average weight, what do you think the average weight of a turkey is?
30 pounds.
Oh, no, you know how enormous that would be? That would be
I have no way to
huge.
gauge this. I have no
That would
idea.
be massive. 15 to 16 pounds.
Okay.
30,
Only off by a factor of 2. It's fine.
a 30-pound turkey would be like ginormous.
I'm just trying to set records over here. It's
But
fine.
they also, folks eat 2 million pounds of mashed potatoes,
Okay.
which, by the way, mashed potatoes was not in the original meal for Thanksgiving.
Well, that makes sense because that's like probably out west potatoes, whereas they were on the eastern seaboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was no potatoes.
Okay.
Also, there was no pumpkin pie.
That makes sense.
But 50 million pounds of pumpkins are used for pies for Thanksgiving.
I'm a recent convert to pumpkin pie, like past few years. I wasn't a fan until recently.
Oh,
but you
really?
got to have it with Cool Whip. That's at least my
I hate
my
pumpkin.
caveat. It's
so
fine.
I hate pumpkin flavor. All right, 19 million pounds of cranberries
Okay.
for cranberry sauce, which I do enjoy.
I don't.
You don't like cranberries?
I don't. I'm not like opposed to them. They're just doesn't make it on my plate. No.
Okay. And then between stuffing, it's hard to get exact numbers on stuffing because it's like bread, but they estimate that with all that in total, there's $7 to $9 billion spent annually for just groceries
Wow.
for Thanksgiving meal. So it's a lot of food.
That's a lot. That's a lot to be thankful for.
That is very true.
My
There's a lot to be
goodness.
thankful for. And then if you must know, 1621 was the first Thanksgiving, which was a 3-day feast. And then in 1863, President Lincoln made it a national holiday.
Good old Abe for the win. Love it.
But it wasn't a fixed date
Okay.
until 1941 when they fixed it on the fourth Thursday in November.
Okay.
So there's some Thanksgiving stats for you.
Well, that's great. So we've got some practical stats. We've got some food on our table.
Now let's do some anecdotal life experience.
Okay. Anecdotal life
questions.
experience. Okay. So what do you got? You got any questions in mind?
Yes. What is your worst Thanksgiving tradition or thing that you do?
Okay.
Or no, not worst. Maybe something you just don't enjoy.
Well,
or don't
yeah, I
like.
want to be careful with how I characterize it because it is important. So I've shared this before in the past, but I'm married into a family of athletes, and I am not an athlete. And specifically, many of my in-laws, particularly my brothers-in-law and my wife even for a season, are runners.
Oh, goodness.
And again, I am not.
Not something I'm grateful
And
for.
so one thing I didn't realize that I had signed up for inadvertently by marrying Kaylee was they started a few years into our marriage this idea of, hey, let's do the turkey trot.
Oh.
For those of you who don't know, the turkey trot is a annual 5K that many cities host throughout the United States to celebrate Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. So again, for those of you who don't know, a 5K is 3.1 miles, and what that means is you run for 3 miles and then you keep going for just a little bit further. And so you see that 3 mile sign and you're still not done. But anyway, being not an athlete or a runner, that was a difficult transition to make. So yeah, I would say it's not my most favorite thing, but what it does do is it sets aside any inhibitions I have towards eating later in the day, because then
That's
I've
good.
really earned it.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. And what about you? I'm going to go the opposite direction. What's a good Thanksgiving tradition in the Spallino family?
Oh, it's not so much a tradition, but it's my favorite thing about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
My mother makes the world's greatest, and here people call it dressing.
Okay.
We call it stuffing.
Dressing, stuffing, yeah.
But she makes the greatest homemade stuffing of all time.
Yeah.
So we growing up, I can't remember the last time we actually made like a homemade turkey. You know, like I'm a ham person, so I
Okay.
enjoy ham more than turkey. So we do like the honey baked ham and all
Sure.
that kind of stuff, which is my jam. But yeah, that stuffing is probably my favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving.
That's good.
That's
I've never been
something
a stuffing dressing guy myself.
You've never had my mother's.
Probably not, and I will leave that absolutely as an opportunity or a potential for sure.
No,
I don't
I'm
wanna-
gonna save you some, and then when you get back, you can have some. It might be like 7
So
days
say-
old, but
if it's week old and still good, then props. But I'm a big fan of the crescent roll, the homemade crescent roll.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
are delicious for sure. Yeah.
yeah, so. Yeah, and then just spending time with family.
Yeah.
We have a lot to be grateful for. Even after, I know a lot of people listening to this may have had a tough year, but
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving, it gives us a time to stop, reflect, think about what God has done in our lives and really force ourselves to think through the goodness of God and what we could be thankful for. And so, yeah.
No, that's good. I think it's important to remember because we know folks who experience loss, heartache, just tragic situations, and we don't want to dampen or lessen those.
Sure.
Those have great value in a way, but the fundamental truth of the gospel we have because we have that, the most incredible thing to be thankful for.
Sure.
And so I want that to be an encouragement. We want that to be an encouragement to our people, that even if you might be facing a difficult year this year and struggling to find things to truly be thankful for, the fact that the creator of the universe paved a way at a very high cost
Sure.
to reconcile and redeem you is something to be thankful for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if we can be thankful for that, it helps how we shape and see the rest of our circumstances and the rest of what's going on in our lives to be thankful for those things too. So
that's a great reminder for today. As
Yeah.
you go to your various dinners and everything, something I need to be reminded of is even making Thanksgiving missional, because we have that great thing to be thankful for. Not to keep that to ourselves, but to share that with our family who maybe not know Jesus. But yeah, let's make Thanksgiving a time to be grateful and a time to be missional as well.
well said, Pastor Devin.
Thanks, Pastor Jon.
And with that, we hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.